To be kind, to be gracious, especially to older people, to respect older people, to share love because love is free, cheap and free. That's what I instilled in my son. Whatever you do, give someone a chance for them to like you and for you to like them, because that's something that you don't have to pay for. I know we all have our little faults, but sometimes it's good to put the dirty faults away, because in every human being there's more good than bad. That's what I taught my son. He was a comedian because he was a smart mouth. I never knew he was going to be an entertainer, a rapper / musician. But I knew whatever my son did, if he was going to be a dentist, he was going to be a dentist. I mean, the world is going to say, go to him. He will take your tooth out with his finger and it won't hurt. That's how I saw my son. If he was going to be a graphic artist, he was going to be one of the best. Because my son, he was meticulous in everything he did. The only thing that my son was terrible at was keeping his room clean. His room was filthy. Clothes was all over the place. Not dirt, just clothes all over the place. Even when he was a grown man, he would walk into his room, into his bathroom, towels on the floor. He never used a washcloth twice. Never. He used it and it's there. And I asked him, why? Can't you use it again? And he goes, ew, no. What, do you scorn yourself? Oh, no, I don't scorn myself, but I could never use that washcloth again. So in his house, washcloth galore. Tons of washcloth. Towels, the same thing. Tons and tons of towels in his house. He loved basketball, and he could run. He was a runner. But basketball was his big thing. He loved basketball. No, he went to a Catholic school. The only terrible thing that happened when there were certain days you have jeans and sneakers day, and he would he liked to save. You would have to pay 50 cents to wear jeans and sneakers, but you pay 25 cents if you wear your jeans and your shoes. So I would give him the 50 cents and he would take 25 cents in his pocket, wore his jeans, stick his sneaker in his backpack, and then when he's coming home now, he'll wear his sneakers. And one day some kids held him up on the street and took his shoes away from him and his token. And while the cops found the guys, and he came home and said, he was so excited, Mama, guess what? Some kids tried to rob him, but the cops caught him. The cops caught Miss Wallace. These guys, they prey on these Catholic school kids, try to rob them and stuff. And I did not want to press charges on these kids because it wasn't my thing. I said, no, I can't have them. So Miss Wallace, these kids, it's their hobby, and if we don't do something, they're just going to continue to rob your child. You never know what could happen. So naturally, I spoke to the other mother, and she said, okay. I went to court, and my son was big. My son was always big. No pun intended. And I saw this little boy, tiny little thing, walk into the courtroom, angry, scars on his face. And I'm looking at that little boy, and I said, no, that's not him. Because Christopher and Hubert were two good friends. Big guys. Christopher, that's the guy. I said, couldn't you knock him over? He said, maybe he has a gun. We were afraid he had a gun. Those little things were tiny little things. Christopher could have blown on the guy would have fallen on the floor. I know, he said he thought the guy had a gun. But the cops took care of him, so he was fine. But I wasn't, because that was too tiny a guy to be harassing Christopher. But that never happened. It never happened again. Very good kid out overall.